Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Let me also say hello to the Calcio lovers of the world, because in this video we will speak about Calcio. Serie A 23-24 finally started. We started a bit later than Premier League, than La Liga, than Liga, but finally we started. Of course, and that will be my first rant, we can't do the things as we should do them. That means one big game on Friday that the entire Calcio world is watching and has the opportunity to analyze. No, we start immediately with two games simultaneously. So for the people that really wanted to go and watch the 4 games because they were missing Calcio so much, it was just impossible. I made some choices. I watched full game Frosinone and Napoli. Then I was obliged to choose between the 2 games of the evening, and I went for the first half of Genoa Fiorentina, second half of Inter Monza. My analysis will be on these games that I watched. Empoli Verona, I give you the score 1-0 for Verona. They won. I told you, Empoli, according to me, even if I didn't watch the game, I've put them in relegation zone. I think that it's a team that will have a lot of difficulties this season. But anyway, you never know. Mercato is not even closed. If you're asking yourself, what is this? Well, my popcorn. Why? Because I started watching Serie A with the popcorn. Anyway, for the people that are watching Serie A and are not Juve fan, let me know in the comment what team you are supporting. Be reassured, I will try to be as objective as possible. I will try, I don't promise it, because that's what I'm doing. When I'm not speaking about Juve, I try to analyze it in an objective way. Do we have surprises in the 4 games that we saw? I will tell you one big, huge surprise. Probably bigger and more than what I was expecting. I will reveal you the team in a second. And then we had some confirmations. Confirmation of season 22-23, where Napoli won the Scudetto, and they were the best one. We can't discuss about that. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. They won the Scudetto. They were playing the best football ever in their league. And then you have Inter that achieved the fantastic result of going to the Champions League final, where they actually really played well against Manchester City. Rodrigo. I told you it's a Juve channel, so accept a bit of banter. Hey, when I'm thinking about Inter, Manchester City, Rodrigo is a name that is coming here. But that last season, let's speak about this one. Now, for the people that were expecting Inter maybe not beating Monza like they didn't last year, Juve didn't. They were even beaten twice against Monza. Inter was not able to beat them last year. Well, for the people that were expecting Inter, again, not being able to beat them, they will be disappointed because Inter won 2-0. And for the people that were expecting, you know, that miracle team, Frosinone, coming from 2nd division, doing the miracle, every season you have that, you know, that unknown team without too much expectation that is coming. He's doing like 5-10 beautiful, fantastic games in the season, where the big ones that are probably underestimating them are losing a bit of points. Well, forget about it. Maybe some were eluded a bit, because after a few minutes it was 1-0, but that's it, because then we saw the Napoli without Kvaratskhelia doing fantastically well, because yes, Kvaratskhelia was not there, but then you have a beast there in front. Osimhen, again, a brace for him. A brace for Lautaro, a brace for Osimhen. Again, 2 players that did a really great season 22-23, and they are reconfirming themselves at their level. Let's speak about the games, and then we go to the surprise. Inter, I will tell you what I was the most impressed about was Arnautovic, a player that played in the youth academy of the Nerazzurri, went away, did the tour of Italy, of Europe, before coming back, playing with that number 8. I have to tell you that immediately he understood the mechanism. Of course, it's a bit easier for him that played in La Pinetina when he was a young kid to, you know, adapt yourself. He knows the league super well, so it's a player you can't even doubt about it. A player that knows what he's doing. He knows the home, he knows the environment, and he wants to prove himself. You can really see it in the movements and how he was. He really wanted to score also in San Siro for his first game. He didn't because the 2 goals are coming for Lautaro. But the way that he's playing, opening things, I'm sure he will not make people or Interisti regret the sale of Dzeko. Not even Lukaku. Yes, it's not the big name. It's not the name, you know, that fans are waiting for during the Mercato. We want, you know, to spend money. But it's a really player that can do the difference. So that's what about Arnautovic. Continuing to speak about Inter. Well, they did fantastically well in not only having a fantastic midfield, but on top of that, the wingers. Because today, when Di Marco on the left side is going out, well, they are able to replace him with the Carlos Augusto. On the right side, when Dumfries is not playing well, they have Cuadrado. And Dumfries, by the way, played a really great game, giving a first assist to Lautaro that was just purely fantastic. One touch, the ball is coming, boom, goal. No, quite beautiful. Cuadrado, yeah, of course, for Juventino, it's really strange. It feels wrong that at a certain moment, the last quarter of the game, he's entering and he's playing a la Cuadrado. Unpredictable, these dribbles, a bit la fantasia. It's strange to see him not in black and white anymore, but in nerazzurro. We'll have to get used to it. What can I tell you more than that? It is what it is. Now, this was about Inter. I said it. I believe they are one of the favorites. On paper, I believe they were already the strongest team with the names they had last year, and they even became better. Even if they were not able to sign a Samarsic, for example. Then you have Napoli. I told you, for some people that were maybe thinking, Napoli against that Serie B team, it was the winner of Serie A against winner of Serie B, and if today Napoli is able to win 3-1, there is a reason. Osimhen, what a player, but not only Osimhen, Napolitano in form already, and I already told you, without Kvaratskhelia was not there. They play with, how can I say, awareness of what they did last year. Well, they are now a big team, which in the past they were probably not aware of because they played a lot of years really well, but they were not able to win something significant, well, arriving quite far in the Champions League, winning Serie A, even with the change of coach from Spalletti to Rudi Garcia. Well, you didn't feel that change. They did quite well. Maybe the only player that was probably from a lot of pundits a bit too much praised was that Cajulte guy that how can I say, after 5 minutes disaster because he's giving that penalty, and then not only that, because what is the name, Cajuste I believe, Cajuste, and then he's really playing a stinker, changed at the 45th minute. It is what it is. But except of him, a team that is doing really well, then Victor Osimhen is Victor Osimhen. The goals that he's scoring, the first one is just fantastic. The power he has, even if he receives a lot of space, that the power he has to take that ball and put it in the net is just wow. Really, really wow. Again, Napoli without Kvara, but with Raspadori, with Politano, with Zielinski that was in the exit rumors but decided to stay. Lobotka, they have a really strong team. So congratulations to them for their first win. They can do really well in Serie A. Will they be able to keep it long distance without international break because there is no World Cup? Big question mark. Then we have the last game that I wanted to analyze because the game of Verona, ragazzi, I didn't watch it. For me, it was two teams that I put in relegation zone. Until the 75th, it was 0-0, then a goal of Federico Bonazzoli to give the winner the 3 points that will be crucial for Verona. And that's the only thing I know. For the rest, I didn't watch the game, so I go to the last one, the big surprise of the evening. Genoa, Fiorentina, 1-4. Why am I saying a surprise? Because it should not be a surprise. Fiorentina is already the third year coached by Italiano, a coach that is really appreciated by a lot of Juventini, by a lot of Calcio fans for what he showed in the first year. A bit less last year, but he was playing double competition. Fiorentina is not a surprise anymore, but a lot of things were surprising in the Fiorentina. How Arthur played in that game. If you don't believe me, go back on the first videos I was making when we heard about Arthur coming to Juve, how much I praised the guy. I'm not lying now. At Juve it didn't work. When he went in Premier League because of a big injury, we never saw him, but it's a player with qualities, and today he's going with a fantastic game. The other one that impressed me was Nzola. Zola that was able a lot of times to be, that point in center of the attack, playing with the chest. Every time playing with the chest, giving it to one of his buddy when the ball is high, doing the right thing at the right moment. No, Nzola played a really great game. Then Bonaventura, what can we say about Bonaventura? It's a player that, I said it when I was doing my fantasy league, in the 5, sometimes even 10 first game of the season, is doing fantastically well. World-class player for the first part of Serie A. Every single season, I don't take him at Fantacalcio. It is what it is. I am stupid. Yes, I am. No, but when I'm saying surprising, it's because the strength of Fiorentina, how they were playing. I watched the first half, not the second, but the way they were combining, and they have some players on the bench that are not ready yet, like Beltran, like Infantino, a lot of players that we want to see. A complete team in every single role. I don't know how much they will be able to keep it with 3 competition to play, but a team that is a serious candidate. And why surprising? Probably because all of us, we overrated Genoa too much because of the signing of Retegui, because we know that they just signed Messias that didn't play today, or he didn't start today, and Torsby. But it's absolutely not enough. We were thinking also about Dragujin, about the winter. It was not enough. It was absolutely not enough. A team of Genoa that was in real huge difficulties. Gilardino is a good coach, can do really well, but he has to realize and to understand that he's back in Serie A, and that Serie A is absolutely different than the second division in Italy. So, big surprise, the score. How can I say? Fiorentina is ready. You see the difference? While, and maybe that's something that I want to put as a general comment of nearly all the games I saw today, after watching Liga, after watching Premier League, when you see the intensity, the pace, players that are running, also the referees that are, obliged now with the new rules to make the game go faster. Don't lose time with throw-ins. Don't lose time when you are complaining, with all these kind of things, so that you go with the entertainment. Well, in Italy, all the games I saw at the moment, again, we go back in slow pace. I love tactics. I really love tactics. I'm not obliged to run like this for 90 minutes, but the difference when you are used for some weeks now to watch other teams playing at the velocity, and then you go back to Serie A, it's true that it was quite slow. Is it because it's warm? Can be. I don't know. Accelerating a bit the game could be nice. And when I'm speaking about, I'm not speaking about Inter, I'm not speaking about Napoli, I'm speaking about a general comment where they should accelerate a bit. But then you see a Fiorentina that was really ready, more than the other ones physically. Is it because they have to start as soon as possible with Europa League or Conference League? I don't know, question mark. Maybe because they put their strength and their physical condition to start the season. I don't know. Question marks, but what I saw again, to finish and to round up with the video, is that I'm happy that Calcio is back. Yes, I am, even if it's not anymore the Calcio of the 80s, of the 90s, but it's the popcorn. It's the popcorn. You know, when that annoying thing is here. But anyway, I'm happy that Calcio is back. I'm happy also that it's the end of the video. Confirmation of Inter and Napoli. Fiorentina, big surprise for the score and the way they did it. Disappointed surprise, Genoa with Retegui never or nearly never touching the ball. And I didn't watch Verona against Empoli. Maybe in the future I will be able to do it. I'm really curious to see what will happen tomorrow, because tomorrow the Bianconeri, the team I care about, are back. I can't wait, because on the bench we will have Yildiz, Huijsen, Paul Pogba. Some exciting things to see, hopefully with a win. Grazie, forza, Calcio this time. But also Calcio, and also forza, Juve. Ciao ragazzi.